Hey everybody, Dawn McGee here, your wellness strategist and nutrition evangelist. And today I'm taking a pause on my regular topics to talk about procrastination. Why is that? Well, it has such an impact on your life and your business. Now, there are lots of reasons why you might need to postpone something, right? Maybe you overscheduled yourself. If so, go back to last week's video on managing your calendar. But if that's not the case, now if you overscheduled yourself and you're like, I just can't get to this today, there aren't enough hours in the day, by all means, push it off to the next day. That's not procrastination, that is managing your schedule and learning a lesson the hard way, maybe. But procrastination is, all right, I've got this on my calendar for now. It's in my to-do list. I have time to do it. It's when I planned to do it. And yet, I'm going to go play solitaire on the computer. I'm going to go do something else that doesn't suit any of your goals or needs in that moment. And you're just procrastinating. And what happens when you do that? Well, you don't get your tasks accomplished. You don't get to clear off space in your mind, right? And things start to pile up. And so that has a snowball effect then on both your life and your business, right? Your to-do list gets longer, and inevitably there are going to be more things to add to your to-do list tomorrow and the tomorrow after that and the tomorrow after that. So it's just going to keep building. And then there's the added stress and this internal dialogue that happens when you don't do something you had promised yourself you're going to do. Things like, oh man, why didn't I do it? Why didn't I just get up and do it? Now I don't have time to do it because I've got something else on my calendar. Um, Gee, I don't feel like doing it. Maybe I'll just do it tomorrow. But tomorrow's day is just as packed as today is, and so you don't have this space in your schedule to do it tomorrow either. And then it starts to weigh on you. Ah, this needs to get done. I need to get it done. Whatever your internal self talk loop looks like. And then that just has the ongoing stress of, well, I didn't get it done. Um, Hopefully, you don't devolve into negative self talk about, because it doesn't say anything about you as a person that you procrastinated, doesn't make you a bad person, just makes you someone who needs to work on their habits of getting things done when you say you're going to get them done. When you do get them done, when you said you're going to get them done, that leaves space for other things to happen, planned and unplanned. Because don't we all know that unplanned things sometimes happen? I'll give you an example. My son was driving back to school from spring break and hit a big pothole and ended up with a flat tire. That was not in his plan for this week. He had 2 exams and other homework to get done, but dealing with a flat tire was not. So we had to, talk about how he was going to prioritize things this week. Did he absolutely have to get the flat tire fixed? He didn't. So he could focus on the stuff that had to be done, absolutely had to be done this week, his exams and his other schoolwork, and then he could come back to the tire. That's not procrastinating, that's prioritizing. If, on the other hand, he had a free week and decided to play video games and hang out with friends instead of dealing with the tire, that would be procrastination. You see the difference? Now, you may be saying, well, Don, that's semantics. But in reality, it's not. It's treating the things that are important with importance and prioritizing the other things appropriately so that the stress does not build up. Because once you put something else aside and you say, okay, I am going to come back to this on Friday after my exams are done, which is what my son said, then you don't have to worry about it anymore. It doesn't have to take up daily space in your head. And this is what happens with the cycle of procrastination. If you did have the time and you didn't do it, it continues to take up space in your head. So, my recommendation to you is continue to work on your calendaring and your schedule and all of the things. Continue to work on reducing procrastination. If the task seems too big, break it down into smaller tasks so you can chip away at it so that they don't have to continue to take up space in your head. And you'll be amazed what a weight gets lifted off your shoulders. I hope that's helpful as you're doing planning for your year. As always, what I hope for you is that you live a life you love without giving up the things that bring you joy. Until next week.